We all get them. That moment when the cloud descends and we find ourselves in an emotional fog we can't navigate our way out of. Being in a bad mood sucks, and it sucks for us, and it sucks for the people who have to put up with us. Let's face it, being a Debbie Downer is no fun, even when your name is actually Hank. Bad moods can happen, and often without a known cause. And we look for stuff in our lives. We look for those reasons. We look for the reason in being our job, maybe not having got where we wanted to in life. We blame our partners. And before we know it, we are now twice as fed up as we were before. When you look for reasons for being unhappy, you're always going to find them. If you think that you will find the cause of your unhappiness and that you're able to solve it and do something about it, believing that that will eventually make us become happy. And yet the opposite is true. Looking for why you're in a bad mood compounds it with a justification. It starts to mean that you have every right to be a grump. My mother had a great saying. When I got fed up as a kid, she used to say, I cried because I had no shoes, and then I met a man who had no feet. Well, so focused was I on being able to stay in my bad mood, I often snapped back, yeah, well, that's because his feet fell off. Things can get worse. The truth is, my mother was absolutely right. Shift your perspective to one of gratitude and you'll find your moody funk quickly goes away. So here's a guide on how to snap out of a bad mood and brighten your day and probably everybody else that you're surrounding. Know that there is nothing wrong with you. Bad moods are normal, and so don't go poking around in your psychology to see where you're broken. Let's face it, you're not broken. Whatever you're doing, no matter what the deadline, just stop doing it. It's not going to turn out particularly well. The mood you're in is probably going to be quite rubbish. So snap out of the mood and then go back to the task, and I promise you it'll flow better. Obviously, don't leave the baby in the bathwater. Take the baby out and go and get a change of scene. Don't take yourself and your mood too seriously. Don't make it mean anything that is added importance. Let the moment pass. It will pass. Your moods have a rhythm to them. Break the rhythm by playing upbeat music and dancing, even if you really don't feel like it. And take a look at your food. Maybe it's because you're hungry. You know, often bad moods can be the cause of having not enough exercise or not enough nutrients or a lack of sleep. Then anything else that's actually going on in our psychology, it's often something pretty practical. Know yourself and understand what your triggers are. For me, if I'm cold, hungry or tired, I'm really not going to be the best of myself. And if I'm all free, you really better not get in my way. Life is tough, and it's time to stop getting disappointed that in anything than life being tough. When we shift our expectation, we look for the value of wonderful things that are happening all of the time. When life doesn't feel tough at all, it flows. And then we stop getting in that horrible, moody funk.